Welcome back to another video. If your hair currently looks like this, or maybe your hair looks like this, then trust me when I say you need to watch this video to the end, because we are going to be using two ingredients that I have personally used over and over again. I've recommended these herbs to family and friends, and every single time the result is always wow. So you want to watch this video to the end. Now the first herb we are going to be using is hibiscus, and the second one is rosemary. Why hibiscus and rosemary? Simply because these two herbs, they are very notorious for stimulating hair growth, drastically reducing breakage, strengthening your hair strands, and just basically promoting the general health of your hair. Trust me, making this hair growth is so easy, and in less than 5 minutes you are done with it. So the first thing you need to do is to get a clean jar or maybe a clean plate, whatever is convenient for you, and then you want to put the hibiscus and the rosemary in the clean jar like you can see in the video. Add water, just basically the amount you need. The good thing about this leave-in spray is that you can store it in the refrigerator and use it for at least 7 days, because that's what I always do, because of course I cannot be making this spray every single time. I work and I have other things that life actually expects of me. If you want to make this leave-in spray to be really potent, you want to leave it overnight, basically for 24 hours, and then you strain it through a clean sieve and put it into an applicator bottle. What I always do is that I use an applicator bottle that will help me to control how the leave-in spray comes out. We know that hibiscus has a very powerful color, is very reddish or pinkish, I really do not know, but what I'm trying to say is that it has a very strong color, so you don't want it to stain your bedroom, especially if it's white, or maybe you have your clothes on. You don't want it to leave any stain, so you want to use an applicator bottle that you can control how it basically comes out when you're spraying it on your hair. This is the applicator bottle I'm using. I'm shaking it just to ensure that everything is well incorporated. The first thing you'd want to do is to ensure that you apply this lightly on your edges, and then you use your hand to just basically dab it all over. Of course, I can't spray this on just my edges without also spraying all over my hair, and that is what I'm also doing, because I use it not just to grow my edges, I use it to grow my hair thicker, fuller, longer, reducing breakage, and just basically ensuring that the general well-being and health of my hair is being prioritized whenever I'm using this leave-in spray. You would want to consistently lightly spray this on your hair until your hair is a little bit damp with this leave-in spray, not too damp but a little bit damp to your satisfaction. And now, like you can see in the video, I'm just basically using the tips of my finger to ensure that it goes into my scalp. Remember, your scalp is where the growth actually comes from, so you want to ensure that this leave-in spray goes all over your hair. Another thing I like to do with this leave-in spray is that I use the tip of my hand to distribute it everywhere, and then I just lightly massage it. Do not forget to spray this leave-in spray on the strands of your hair. Remember that hibiscus and rosemary helps to reduce breakage. Because your hair is in the protective style, you do not want it to start breaking. You do not want your hair to be so soft or your hair to be so hard. Hibiscus and rosemary will help to strengthen your strands and also to reduce breakage. That's why, as you can see in the video, I'm just basically spraying it lightly on the strands of my hair. That is what I'm just doing here. I ensure that it touches everywhere, so I'm spraying the sides of my hair and also the back of my hair, because my edges are a concern to me and I don't want them to thin out, or they are a little bit thin already because of the wigs I've been wearing. I'll apply it again on my edges, and now I am gently massaging. This is what actually triggers blood circulation and promotes hair growth. You see this massaging, you do not want to miss it. Take your time to do this. Massage it gently for about 10 to 15 minutes or even more if you have the time. That is what I'm also doing here. I did this for about 10 minutes non-stop because it will help to promote growth. The next thing I want to do is that I want to lock in that moisture. So I'm going in with my grapeseed oil. My hair is low porosity, so I like using grapeseed oil because it basically penetrates into the shafts of my scalp. It basically penetrates into my scalp easily and better. That's what I'm just doing. I'm ensuring that I apply it all over my hair. I'm also applying it on my edges. Do not forget your edges. Anything you're doing, remember, you want it to grow, you want it to thrive, and now you want to massage it again. Massaging is one of the secrets to growing your edges, because it actually stimulates hair growth, thereby making new growths to actually come up very fast. One thing I'm going to add here is that you want to really be gentle when you're doing this. So you don't want to do it forcefully, you just want to do it gently. If you look closely at my hair, you can see the little growths already coming out. I've done this for like 2 days and I'm already seeing results. And I thought to myself, why don't I share it with my YouTube community? Now I'm going to be massaging all over my scalp, just basically. The next thing I do is that I go in with a leave-in conditioner. Remember, you have to always seal in the moisture. Truth is, most of these herbs are always drying. They are really drying if you're not careful. So because they are drying, whenever you use them, you want to ensure that you go in with a leave-in conditioner, basically trying to seal in that moisture. Now, I always like to start with my strands because I actually applied this leave-in spray on my strands. Now, I'm ensuring that it touches every single strand of these mini braids. You don't want to miss this out, because after applying these Ayurvedic herbs on your hair, they have a tendency of drying your hair out if you are not careful. So you want to apply it and go down to your tips. Remember that the tips of your hair is basically the oldest part of your hair and very fragile. So you want to also apply this leave-in spray on the tips of your hair. In this video, I'm basically just ensuring that every single leave-in spray goes through my hair. I don't want to miss any part because I don't want it to be dry and also to start breaking. Now, to seal in this moisture, lastly, is to go in with my hair butter. This particular hair butter, I made it myself, and I have a video on this channel where I showed how I made in this hair butter. This hair butter is so thick and it's so powerful. I prefer sealing in moisture with hair butter because it helps my moisture stay longer. Like I said earlier, these Ayurvedic herbs can be very drying, so I want to seal in that moisture so that while I have applied it, my hair doesn't tend to break, if you get what I mean. That's what I'm just doing. I'm also extending these hair butters to the strands of my hair and also to the tips of my hair, because like I said, it is very fragile and you want to seal in that moisture. You want to basically protect your ends. Thank you for watching this video. If this video has actually been helpful, please subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and just basically share this video to people that would need it. You are actually supporting this small and growing channel, this small and growing YouTuber. I really enjoy making this video. If there's any video you would want me to actually create, please leave it in the comment section. Or if you have any question concerning this particular video, I'll be more than glad to reply. Until I see you in my next video, please protect your edges, protect your ends, because natural hair is always beautiful, and one good thing about it is that it is versatile. Until I see you in my next video, once more, take care and bye.